out for a couple of hours in between trails, just chuck it in turbo, enjoy it. Ready to go out for another night ride, but the chain and the drivetrain is clean, so I was clean this with oil. Peatys, where's the Peatys? This is the Peatys lube that I use, not sponsored or anything, but I highly recommend it. So it's got like a cleaner in there as well, all weather chain lubricant, really like it. Smells like mint. The Muc Off HCB1, it's a anti-corrosive barrier, lasts up to 12 months, so that's good on your connections where the battery goes in. Treads, disc brake cleaner, I use the Muc Off MO94 biodegradable multi-use spray. Lubricates and penetrates, so that's pretty good for particularly around like the bottom bracket and stuff. But yeah, I don't sort of chuck a load of water on the bike after every ride. I just think it makes it worse. You're just adding water. Endura Illuminite jacket, it is black but it's very high vis. There's a lot of panels on it which just glow up as soon as you shine a light at it. There we go. We've got ourselves a nice bit of lightage on this descent. I might go up one on the handlebar light, in fact go up two. A little bit sketchy down here. It's still wet, even though the sun has been out all day. Check the weather report and it is raining again tomorrow. Here it is. Right, the ground is not as mushy as it was on Tuesday. What on earth? Right away. Yeah, I always feel a bit safer when I ride with a spare chain. That's me carrying a chain forever now. I always carry a spare chain. Sorry, Sprite, I thought you were walking down there then. Cheers. Right, we'll put the bike in the emtb. I've got a terrible cough today. I think it's more my sinuses actually. It always happens when the weather goes from like low barometric pressure to high pressure, and then it's obviously starting to come back down to low pressure again, and my body just knows when it's going to rain. It's always in my sinuses. Sorry to go on about that. No one's interested in my sinuses. But what I get is the croaky throat, so I'm going to say it's going to rain maybe early hours of tonight. Just got that feeling that the temperature will drop and then the rain will come, and then tomorrow is supposed to be awful all day, like a bit of a negative thing really. But then Saturday it's going to be dry, although cloudy, so I might aim the car at a trail centre like I did last Saturday, maybe over to Cumcarn. So I think everywhere has had a bit of a dousing of the rain recently, so wherever you're going to go it's going to be wet, squelchy leaves. Oh, Oh, crikey. Quite unpredictable under the tyres. You think you're going to catch some grip and then the bike just slips, meaning that you've probably hit a root under the leaves. But the actual earth and the ground is quite grippy, so it's blinking sniper roots. A lot of puddleage here. That's a shock actually. I thought the puddles would have evaporated with the sun today, and it hasn't rained. So it just shows how much rain had fallen in the week before the sun today. Because Tuesday it was ridiculous. Like, it was so wet. And I was questioning. I mean, I'm really kind of out on the bike, the mountain bike, rather than the gravel bike. Okay. I almost took the gravel bike out just to stay on the Taff Trail, but I thought, well, as it's been sunny today, maybe it won't be too bad. Wow, is my rear light still flashing? Yeah. Well, one thing I gotta say is, on a emtb, that extra weight, the thickness of the tyres, it just means you can ride this sort of stuff. You know, you can come out here and go, okay, let's ride this. Instead of staying on the gravel, let's ride this. That's the only difference. Which obviously you couldn't bring a gravel bike onto this bit, but it doesn't mean you're not going to have as much fun, obviously. And my e-gravel bike and my normal pedal gravel bike are great bikes in their own right on what I would call a gravel bike day, where you got loads of time. You've got all the bags on the bike filled up with food and sandwiches and stuff, and you're going to do a nice long ride, you know. And I've done quite a few 70-kilometre rides. I know they're not massive rides compared to people who do massive rides. That's like just a standard little ride for a lot of people. For me, that's a long day in the saddle. But yeah, it's a different. You wouldn't want to take your e-mountain bike on rides like that. It's too much bike, and you just wouldn't use it. You wouldn't use the suspension. The tyres would hold you back. I mean, the average speed on my gravel bikes is very high. I mean, I'm absolutely flying along on the way back from Pontypridd, from Llanwano Forest. So there's a couple of mountain bikers on the top of Garth Mountain, actually. Getting a lot of leaves on the ground. Quite the rear tyre going now. You got to pick your way through. Oh, yeah, I had over the bars on that fallen tree. When was that? About 5 or 6 weeks ago. Tell you what, I was very lucky because the bike landed on my back and sort of winded me a bit and kind of hurt my neck. It sort of jarred, but I was very lucky. Oh, crikey. Right here it is very, very wet. This is so much fun to ride when it's dry though, but yeah, it's a bit... Oh. Just the amount of leaves. It's just so wet. Oh God. Yeah, so that trail is one day I'm sure it'll be properly dug out and there'll be a bit more to it. It's very much in its infancy. Not a lot of people know about it actually. I only heard about it off somebody. And oh Christ, those rocks. Whoa. Definitely want to go down there on the left. Right, so we're down at the bottom here of the climb up to Castell Coch. It's mad when you turn these lights up full. It's just incredible the amount of light you get. I tried to position the handlebar light so that the beam sort of floods down the down the trail. What was I going to say? Carriage. Down the carriageway. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely take it steady there. Yeah. That is not as slippery as Tuesday night. It's still slippery, but nowhere near what it was like on Tuesday. Tuesday was almost unrideable. The mud has actually and the rain has obviously got softer now, but maybe the sun today has given it a bit of just drying it off a little bit. So although there's puddles, there's a bit more bite. It's not as shiny, if you know what I mean. Also, it may have had more mountain bikers on it, which helps to rough up the earth, you know. That does make a massive difference. Got to get the leg out there because you've got to be prepared for a slide. Oh, crumbs. Oh, staying to the left. Oh, big puddle. Yeah, it hasn't got rid of the puddles at all. That sun. Okay. Well, you can see where the water has just run down here. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's a lot drier here than it was Tuesday, to be fair. Still puddles, look. But overall, yes. Lovely men at work. Definitely not railing it. It's just about taking it steady. Way more grip. Oh, maybe not there. Oh, let's go to the side of that drop. Yeah, this is at the top there. It was quite grippy, but here we're back to it being really sketchy to ride. Oh, Christ. So I did ride this one, and yeah. Oh, crikey. Oh, back wheel absolutely sliding about there. Oh, front wheel having a go then. Oh, 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 crikey. Yeah, you can actually see where the heavy rain has pushed leaves out of the way where it's run down certain parts of the trail. Oh, ruts. Way. Right. Oh, crikey. Nope, that maybe wasn't a good idea. Just, okay, the mud here. Looks like quite a few people have ridden this, actually. Oh, crikey. Oh, I nearly went then. Managed to get it back. Yeah, this is really muddy. My tyres are clogged now. So here, the mud is turned into mousse. Quite sort of sticky, slidey mousse. You could literally scoop a handful of it and you could throw it at a wall, you know, that sort of mud. And it wouldn't stick to the wall. It would sort of slide down the wall. It's that sort of consistency. Oh, and I'm trying to keep the front wheel tracking into it. It's quite difficult, you know. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness.